After a week full of rain and a few days off, the Meadville Mustangs are ready to play their first games into July. Hello everyone, Luke Burgess here with you, joining you from Speedo Field in East Butler. The Meadville Mustangs tonight play the East Butler Bulldogs, both of the Rust Belt League, and it's the first time that the Meadville Mustangs will play a game in July. They were supposed to play a doubleheader last weekend on Saturday, as well as a game on Sunday, but both those games rained out. How about it? So after a week full of rain, we are here tonight ready for a regular season matchup between the East Butler. A few things to get to before that. The first time in East Butler since opening day, the Mustangs started their season right here. They fell in what was a thrilling game, 3 hours well rested going into tonight. They were supposed to play 2 games last weekend. It was scheduled that they would have this week off anyway. So regardless really of those rainouts, you would think that they would probably be pretty ready to go from a physical standpoint coming into tonight, but with the add-on of the ball game, it can go, because we know that if the Mustangs are going to win, they got to get some length out of their starters. That's really been the key to success so far this season. Well, we'll get to the lineups. First, for the visiting Meadville Mustangs, they come in. Jordan Suvic is in center field. He bats third. Brandon Butler's in the cleanup hole over at third base. Zach Stridiff moves over to first base after he caught the last game. He bats fifth. Carson Wibble is in left field. He bats sixth. Brady Lane is batting seventh and serving as the extra side Crocodiles. So coming in with as much momentum as anyone, looking to grab the Mustangs a win and get them just one game under 500. For the East Butler Bulldogs, they come into this game with a record of 8-10 through 18 games. They're 3.5 games back as well in the division, back of the 3B Barons. Leading off for the Bulldogs, Marco Visi, he's in left field. Cooper Stala is in right field. He bats second. Connor Medical bats third. He's the catcher. Evan Kirscher is in the cleanup hole, batting fourth and over at third base. Shortstop Brell batting fifth, eighth, and so over at second base. On the mound for the East Butler Bulldogs, Zach Thompson gets the start. The Mustangs have seen him once before so far this season. They'll try and crack the code tonight. When we come back on the Mustangs Baseball Network, we'll have first pitch and a whole lot more action. Baseball coming up between the Mustangs and the We're almost ready for baseball here in East Butler. Meadville Mustangs and the East Butler Bulldogs just a little bit late on our start time tonight because of some field work that occurred pregame. Had to finish mowing the outfield to get it ready for tonight's game, but we are just a few moments away, and it'll be Zach Thompson who will take the mound for the Mustangs to face. Kenny Lavrich, Daniel Luco, Jordan Suvic will face him 1, 2, 3, and that's been a really solid starting trio when the Mustangs have been on. The difference is really this team seems to go all the way in or not there at all. They don't really seem to have that halfway where some guys are hot and some guys aren't. They definitely feed off of the hot hitting and able to pick each other up really, really well all season long. So you hope that that can continue into tonight in a positive sense. Obviously, you want to make sure that you're avoiding that in the negative sense. Want to make sure that at least some guys are going and can pick up other players. I think that's really the key in this final month, and already a week into this final month, of trying to, put together more consistent games, get the record above 500, and hopefully make a push into the Rust Belt League playoffs, and maybe even if they can go all the way into the championship game. So that just a few weeks away, and next weekend will be the final weekend series. A lot of games coming up this week. We got broadcasts coming to you on Monday and Tuesday from all over Western Pennsylvania. But we are close to Pittsburgh tonight. Pittsburgh Pirates are on the road out in Arizona taking on the Diamondbacks, but we are right here in East Butler. And one of the super unique things about this field that we noticed the last time we were here in East Butler is just how tall that outfield wall is, especially in dead center. Only 365 all the way out, 300 down the lines, 348 in the gaps. So not a deep outfield by any means, but certainly you got to hit it high to get it out of here. And we saw he is not in the lineup tonight. He will be available off the bench. But we'll see if someone else can crack a home run over that fence. Maybe someone gets their first home run of the season. Someone we haven't seen make a huge impact with the long ball so far. You never know what's going to happen in that regard. And exciting to have Mustangs baseball back after 1 week away. And really a lot of rain throughout this week. We saw some rain on Thursday, which was yesterday. We saw lots of rain, and we saw a little bit of rain on Wednesday as well. So down in the Pittsburgh area or the Butler area, maybe a little bit different forecast, but up in Meadville, home of the Mustangs, last 2 losses in a row has been washed away by that rain that came through. And the umpires and the managers meeting at home plate right now, just trying to go through all the ground rules, get ready to go. And we'll have Mustangs baseball in just a few moments. We want to focus real quick on Jake Slater, what he did so well the last time these two teams, or last time he was out on the 7 innings of 1-run baseball. Certainly respectable, especially when it's against the best team in the league. And you think maybe, Creekside was fraudulent with their start. Well, they've won 4 in a row since the Mustangs met them in Youngstown. So clearly, you know that this team can beat the best. They just got to play together, and that was really that starting pitching shining. Gino Mara, as well as the right-hander, tonight's starter Jake Slater, going out and really absolutely dealing their way to 2 solid victories. Speedo Field, the site of tonight's game. If you're just joining us, we're starting a little bit late tonight, 6:37. Supposed to be a 6:30 first pitch, but we'll have baseball in just a few moments for you. Fires are ready to go, and we are ready to go up in the booth. In just a few moments, we'll see the East Butler Bulldogs take the field for speed stuff a lot last time he was pitching, and that was one of the keys to was used pretty frequently. We didn't see that as much from the Cathedral Prep product in his first few appearances, which actually came out of the bullpen as far as starting versus relieving, but seems so far that he's a lot more comfortable when he gets the ball right away and he can just kind of go out there and do his thing. And he certainly did his thing against the Creekside Crocodiles when we were over there in Youngstown. The Crocodiles won't pay a visit to Allegheny College this year. We'll actually see the DuBois Bucks for the first time next weekend. That'll be at home at Allegheny College, and then we'll head all the way down, 3-hour drive to Altoona, Pennsylvania, to meet up with Cummings Motors. So that'll be an interesting trip, and the first time that we've been down there all season. That'll also serve as the final series of the year. So a little bit of a big-time road trip to cap things off. Those games were supposed to be played much earlier in the season, but postponed. And hopefully by that time, we're just talking about playing for seeding. Warm-up toss is underway from the right-handed pitcher, Zach Thompson. The defense for the Bulldogs, VC, Dewey, Stala from left to right in the outfield. Kirscher, Corley, Folk, and Floro on the infield. Medical and Thompson are the battery. Been at that top of the order position for much of the season. When he hasn't been there, he's been hitting in the 3-hole, but has stayed in the top 3 for every single game this season. He's been a staple early on in Mustangs baseball games this summer. A beautiful day today. We're playing under blue skies. 6:40 p.m. almost ready to go here in the top of the first inning, and we're just about ready to go for Meadville Mustangs baseball. Manager Ben Cosby heading down that third base line. Go pass along the signs to his team, and Lavrich steps in. And we are ready to go here from East Butler after a 10-minute delay. Right-handed pitcher delivers a strike in there, and we are underway. First pitch, 6:41. 78 degrees for tonight's matchup. The 0-1 pitch to Lavrich bounces down in front of home plate. Breaking pitch slider. One of the things that's really nice about East Butler is our vantage point. We are right over top home plate. We get foul over the part of an East Butler baseball complex that resides here. And that pitch in there for called strike 3. Lavrich goes down, and there's one away. A 1-2 pitch, fastball, and he caught a piece of the zone. Now it's Daniel Luco, right fielder, coming to the plate with one away in the inning. This field, 1 of 5. A few of those are smaller youth fields, but this one right on the edge of the woods. That one was chopped right down into the woods. Break first, just underway in East Butler. Right-hander delivers, and yes, he did. Check swing, and he went around. Did Luco. So it's a 1-1 count to the right-handed hitter, right fielder in tonight's action. Trying to start this game off right after the Mustangs had a week away. Swing and a miss. He can't catch up to the fastball. That one blows it by him. It's a 1-2 count to the right-handed hitter. Right, turf, and we got turf for home plate and turf for the mound. And apart from that, it is an all-dirt grass infield. We see a little bit of variation with that throughout the league. The pitch, breaking ball up high on the 1-2. It's 2-2 count. Back to even with one away. Just underway here in East Butler. First pitch was only 2 minutes ago. One away in the inning. Lavrich struck out looking. And now the 2-2 pitch to Daniel Luco. That one's up high. Fastball doesn't catch a piece. And it's a full count to the right fielder. Luco's been streaky so far this season, but when he's hit well, he's been phenomenal. That one down low in the dirt, and it's a walk to the right fielder. So the first base runner of the evening, Jordan Suvic. One away in the inning already. Right-hander Zach Thompson pitching out of the stretch, comes home quickly, catches a piece of the inside corner with the fastball. It's 0-1. Suvic looks down third base line for the signs from his manager Cosby. Now steps back in. The short leg kick, the pitch home. That one's lined out to right field, out toward the wall. It gets down. One hops off the wall. Racing over to it is Dewey, the throw in, and it's a stand-up double for Jordan Suvic. So an early big-time hit, and that one was rocketed out to right field, and the Mustangs all of a sudden have 2 runners. Third baseman hitting out of that cleanup role. Started the year generally hitting in the 7 to 8 range, but he's moved up, and he's been one of the most consistent hitters this season for the Mustangs. That pitch is down low and inside on Butler, called for ball 1. And just one away, just underway on the Mustangs Baseball Network. The 1-0 pitch is grounded foul. Spun on that one, just a little bit on top of it. It's a 1-1 count to today's third baseman. Thank you for joining us. Top of the first inning on the Meadville Mustangs Baseball Network. Mustangs got 2 runners on, trying to break this game open early. Breaking ball popped foul. Just got the bat head out in front there a little bit. It's a 1-2 count. Home plate umpire very vocal about the calls tonight, which we love to see that. 1-2 pitch to Butler. Fastball, and that one is out to right field. Over to it is the right fielder, Stala. He makes the catch, runner's tag, and the Mustangs grab an early run. The throw is way offline up the third base line and covered nicely by Kersher. So sacrifice fly from Butler. There's 2 away, and the Mustangs are on top early. So Zach Streitiff now with 2 away in the inning, trying to bring home another runner from third base. The first pitch from Thompson is a hard fastball swung on and missed. It's an 0-1 count. Mustangs on top early. Another runner 90 feet away. That's Jordan Suvik. That one popped foul, drifting to the right side and out of play. So 0-2 quickly on the first baseman. We've seen him play mostly first and catcher so far this season. Has played 1 game over at third base. Run across on the sacrifice fly from Brandon Butler. Through a half inning, the Mustangs lead this one 1-0 over the East Butler Bulldogs on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Back for the bottom of the first inning. Jake Slater on the mound, big time right-hander standing up. He was almost as efficient as can be. 7 innings pitched, just 1 run allowed. That was good for the complete game. Marco Visi, Cooper Stala, and Connor Medical, the first 3 that he'll face in the bottom of the first inning. Right-hander sees bunt early. That one spiked off the plate. How about that? All the way over the netting. Off the plate that sits behind home plate and rolls to the back. You don't see that one very often. I don't think you could do that again if he tried. 1-0 pitch from the right-hander. Bunt again. That one's pulled back and called for a strike. He's just trying to get the third baseman, Butler, charging in, which he does. A 1-1 count to the left fielder, VC. Slater comes set, delivers the 1-1. Breaking ball, grounded onto third base, fielded nicely by Butler. He throws on the first, and there's 1 away. Butler playing in on the grass there. Had to manage that reaction time quickly. He does so very nicely, and just found out last week, Butler never played third base in his high school / collegiate career. Never even touched the hot corner. First pitch to the right fielder, Stala, is called for a strike. Mustangs on top 1-0 early on here. But he's played third base beautifully so far this season. The 0-1 pitch from Slater is down low in the dirt. Looked like a fastball that he just got on top of a bit too much. So a 1-1 count to Cooper Stala. We have not seen the right-handed batter so far this season when these two teams have met. Breaking ball down low. Doesn't catch a piece of the zone. And no chase from the right fielder. He's wearing number 20. The pitch from Slater. Called for strike. Fastball rode over that outside or inside corner. Nice hard pitch, and you know Slater can bring it with the velocity. The 3-1 is chopped down the third base line, fielded by Butler on a big hop, throw on to first, and he just can't get it there in time, and that's by no fault of Butler by any means. Just pops that one a mile in the air off the edge of the turf. There's a runner on the infield single from Cooper Stala. Connor Meadville now, the catcher, hitting in the 3-hole with the one away. Similar situation to what we saw in the top of the first inning for the Mustangs. Right-hander Slater sees bunt, pulled back, the throw down on the runner taken off, and it's way late. So an easy stolen base for Stala. There's a runner on second. That pitch just not quite in the zone. Runner leads off second. The pitch from the right-hander Slater is popped up. That one out to right field. Underneath it, Luco. And he makes the catch. Runner tags on the throw down, which is a good one, but not quite in time for the speedy right fielder, Cooper Stala. He tags up, goes to third base. There's two away in the inning. So a sacrifice fly for Meadville, and now Evan Kirscher, third baseman. We've also seen him pitch this year. He's got a tying run 90 feet away. First pitch down low in the dirt, blocked nicely by the catcher, John Sharp. At good speed, you can bet Stala will be taking off if one gets by. 1-0 pitch from Slater. Inside for ball two. Went back to the fastball. Fastball heavy so far in the bottom of the first. Trying to get back in the count. 2-0. Goes inside again. Fastball. Went right back to it. Same pitch. Looks like he's trying to grab a piece of that inside corner, but not quite getting it there in the exact spot. Missing early on. That could definitely come with a week of rust. 3-0 pitch is up high for ball four. So he walks Kirscher. The first walk of the evening, and the walks were kept to a minimum in the last time out. Almost want to say last week, but actually 2 weeks ago now. The last start, a really nice job of minimizing those walks did Slater and Mara. Throw over to first, checks on the runner, he's back standing. Really no contest. Brendan Corloy, now the shortstop, left-handed batter at the plate with runners at the corners and two away in the inning. Slater comes set, the pitch, in for strike one. Fastball over the heart of the plate. Corloy, the first left-handed hitter in tonight's lineup for the Bulldogs. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball down low. Sneaks away from Sharp, but he's able to corral. And both runners hold. So first and third, 1-1 count. Two away in the bottom of the first here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Just underway from East Butler. Meadville Mustangs and the East Butler Bulldogs. Mustangs out to a 1-0 lead. Check over to first. Throw was a little high, but the runner's back standing once again. Be no surprise if they did try to steal second base here. Fastball down low in the dirt. Blocked once again by Sharp. So now it's a 2-1 count, but they try to draw that throw down to second base, and then maybe several times by East Butler this year. Yes, he did. Breaking pitch, and he did go. Check swing from Corloy. The 2-2 is swung on, and he got a piece. Called foul by the home plate umpire. It looked like it blew by the bat, but it's a 2-2 count still. That one would have ended the inning. 2 away. Trying to hold the Bulldogs scoreless in the bottom of the first. The pitch. Down low, that one taken for ball 3. The runner from first base, Kersher, takes off, and no throw down. Don't want to risk having the runner from third move up, as we mentioned earlier. So it's second and third now. It's a full count. The pitch. That one's chopped over to first base and foul. Kicked right off that dirt. Slater going to take his time getting back to the mound. Full count, 2 away. In the inning, big moment here early on. Slater trying to get out of this first inning cleanly. He's already thrown a lot of pitches. Payoff pitch. That one outside, and another walk. The bases are loaded. So the last time we were here, the only other time we've made the trip to East Butler so far this season, well, there were a lot of walks. Zach Wilson walked 7 over 4 2/3. Hopefully not a repeat of that tonight. Slater was really good in the control aspect of his pitching. Well, he was really good in every aspect of his pitching, to be frank, the last time that he went out on the bump. But so far, 2 walks already in the first inning, and he's set to face Chris Mullins, the designated hitter, next. The Mustangs have been pretty stingy about using their bullpen guys, trying to keep it to a minimum, and you think maybe that's because of the early bullpen struggles that they had. And we talked about how important it is, if this Mustangs team is going to win games, for them to really bring that starter quite a ways into the game, at least to the 5th inning, has kind of been almost a necessity so far this season. So, looking to do that here tonight, but they got to get out of this jam early on. The right-handed hitter, Chris Mullins, the designated hitter at the plate. The 0-0 from Slater. That one's foul back. Just got a piece. Did the right-handed hitter. Slater comes set, delivers the 0-1. That one hits him in the back fastball. That one came in with some velocity, and it's a tie game. Jeers from the dugout down the third base line, and you could tell that one stung him a little bit. We can hear it from right just maybe 10 feet away from home plate where we're set up tonight. So a run scores on the hit by pitch. It's the 3rd free base runner allowed in this inning. And with the bases still loaded, it's a 1-1 game. So early trouble for Slater early on. Tommaso Floro now, he takes a strike. Floro primarily been over at first base when these two have met this season. We've also seen him in the extra hitter role several times. Nothing in one pitch. Inside. Looked like he went back to the fastball there. Couldn't catch a piece of that inside corner, and that's been a problem so far. A 1-1 count. Slater winds up, delivers outside, blocked again by Sharp. He's been good back there on defense in this bottom of the first. He's had to be. Two on the count. Right-hander delivers the pitch. That one's grounded to the right side and through into right field. One run will score easily. Another run comes around third on the wobbly fielding job from Luco. He kind of dropped that one on the transition. So it's a two-run double, or two-run single, rather. And the Bulldogs lead this one 3-1 early on. So Floro on first. Mullins moves up to second. Nico Mellogran now, extra hitter, trying to keep it going. That one's up near the head. And certainly a little scary there. And 2 away in the inning already. Fastball ringing the dome. Slater pitching out of the stretch. Right-hander delivers. Cracked out to right field and drifts foul. Slicing away from the right-handed hitter. Floro is the 7th batter to come to the plate in the bottom of the first inning. 10-man order for the East Butler Bulldogs. Slater comes set. He delivers. Swung on and missed for strike 2. A 1-2 count to the right-handed extra hitter. Slater comes set. Runner takes off for third. He's going to get there easily, but he strikes out. So Mellogran goes down swinging, and we're through 1 full, but the Bulldogs plate 3 in the bottom of the first, and they lead this one 3-1 going to the second inning here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Field. Underneath it is Folk, but the right fielder coming on, Stala, he makes the catch, and after one pitch, there's one away. Brady Lane now follows up. Right-hander faces the right-hander Thompson. Thompson delivers fastball down low. That one missed inside for ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Thompson working quickly. Hits him right on the knee. So Lane going to get a trip down to first base. Maybe some thoughts of that being intentional after what happened with the fastball straight in the back from Slater. And surely Slater's was not intentional, but struggling with control pretty mightily in that first inning. Cole Grable now, second baseman, gets a shot with a runner aboard. From the stretch, in there for strike 1. Just caught a piece. He looks a little bit down in disbelief. Check over to first. Now he comes home with the pitch. Delivers inside. It's a 1-1 count to the second baseman. Top of the second inning here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Luke Burgess here with you for Mustangs Baseball. Right-hander throws over to first base, back standing. is the runner. Brady Lane over there at first base, reached on a hit by pitch. Got him right on the kneecap. Oh, breaking ball. That one slips out of the hand of Thompson. That one went a mile high. It's a 2-1 count to Grable. Second baseman hitting in the 8-hole. He's got 9 and 10 to follow him. Fastball spiked down low in the dirt. That one gets away, and easily moving up to second is Lane on the passed ball. It took Meadville a moment to find that one after it snuck through his legs. Now kind of checking out the baseball, making sure maybe it's not too scuffed up before he throws it on back. Lane on second base. 3-1 count to Grable. Mustangs trying to clamber back into this one. The pitch. Down low, ball 4. So after the hit by pitch, it's a walk. And with the base open, there's 2 runners aboard with 1 away in the inning. And John Sharp, the catcher, who has been phenomenal on defense just through 1 inning, already had to block quite a few coming in towards him. Looks like maybe both teams thinking that inside corner is a little bit wide. Throw over to second base, but the shortstop doesn't get back. So he's lucky that the throw drifted away from the second base bag. That one could have easily been into center field. Runner's back standing, of course. That one is shot down the third base line, and dodging out of the way of it is Ben Cosby. Oh, 0-2 count. The pitch to Sharp, called strike 3. And there's 2 away in the inning. That one, just a fastball that caught a large chunk. Now Josh Siegel with 2 away gets a shot with 2 runners on. Siegel, the designated hitter, sees the first pitch and pops it out to left field. Underneath it, VC. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. So 10 come to the plate in the first 2 innings for the Mustangs, and it'll be the top of the order when they come to bat next time. They can't get any runs across, and we're through 1.5. The score, 3-1 in favor of the Bulldogs here on the Mustangs Baseball Network. Bottom of the second inning, and after 8 came to the plate in the bottom of the first, it's 9, 10, and 1. Sean Dewey, the center fielder, to lead it off. Dewey and Folk, both pretty undersized, coming to the plate, as well as Marco Visi, the leadoff hitter. Trying to get something going here. They already Up 2 after 1 full inning. Bottom of the second. Slater delivers the 0-0. That one's popped foul back over the broadcast booth at Speedo Field. If you're just joining us, just past 7 o'clock, we thank you so much. Underway here just about 30 minutes ago. That one's down low in the dirt. So it's a 1-1 count to the 9-hitter center fielder Dewey. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Slater. Inside, doesn't catch a piece. Shot's a good eye. The Bulldogs dugout is pretty vocal. They certainly like to have fun. We've seen that all season. Called strike on the slider away. Good pitch. One of the best executed pitches we've really seen from Slater all night. Right-hander comes set, the pitch. Down low off the plate. It's a full count. And wherever you're joining us from, we thank you so much. Mustangs baseball. Second half of the season. That one's grounded out to shortstop. Lavrich gloves, throws on to first. The throw is right on the money, and he's out. There's nice defensive instincts there. He has that internal clock going. He knew he had to make the throw quickly to get the speedy runner. And you see him set his feet, take his time, but then he knows that he's got to ramp up the velocity on the throw and did exactly that. It certainly was not wild, anything but. Now the 10-hitter, Peyton Folk, he takes strike 1. Nice pace to this game so far. Both pitchers trying to work quickly. 0-1, the pitch. Swung on and missed. Fastball blew it by him. Left fielder Weibel is shaded slightly right. There's a big gap down the left field line. Outfield playing tight. That one is popped foul. Looked like it maybe bounced off the turf first and then landed foul down the right field line. And the hops off the turf can be very unpredictable. That is one of the certainly negative sides to having that turf implemented here. Especially when the rest of the field is dirt, because it makes it slightly inconsistent, at least is what the players have said about this field. Check down to first. And no, he didn't. Check swing held up. 10-hitter Peyton Folk at the plate. Two strikes on him. The pitch from Slater. Called strike 3. And he caught the outside lower corner. He sends him back to the dugout. And it's the second strikeout tonight for Slater. So the top of the order comes to the plate now with 2 away. Marco VC, he grounded out to third base the first time around. That was just last inning. 0-0 from Slater. In there for a strike. Fastball over the middle. Mustangs in their red unis, gray pants with the black stripe. That one's popped up on the infield. Over is the second baseman, Grable. He makes the catch. And the inning is over. So we are through 2 full. The score remains 3-1 in favor of the East Butler Bulldogs here on the Mustangs Baseball Network.